Welcome back to This Day in Irish History. I'm your host, Raymond Welsh. Before we dive into today's story, if you'd like to explore other significant events that happened on this day in Irish history, visit thisdayirishhistory.com. The link is in the episode description. Now, let's set sail back to May 16th, 587, the day Ireland bade farewell to one of its most revered early saints, St. Brendan the Navigator, a figure who occupies that extraordinary space where history, legend, and devotion converge. Born around 484 AD in what is now County Kerry, Brendan was part of a generation of monastic saints whose lives shaped the cultural and spiritual foundation of early Christian Ireland. He was educated under the guidance of saints such as Ita of Killeedy and Erc of Slane before establishing his own monastic community at Clonfert, which would become one of the most prominent monastic centres in Ireland. But it wasn't just his spiritual leadership that made Brendan legendary, it was his voyage. The Navigatio Sancti Brendani Abbatis, or the Voyage of St. Brendan the Abbot, is a Latin text believed to have been written in the 9th century. While not contemporary to Brendan's own life, it reflects a deep-rooted oral tradition and enduring fascination with his supposed journey. In the Navigatio, Brendan sets off with a small band of monks in search of the Isle of the Blessed, a promised land across the Western Ocean. Over the course of 7 years, he and his companions are said to have encountered magical islands, sea monsters, crystal pillars, and vast fields of floating ice, descriptions that some modern readers have intriguingly linked to real features of the North Atlantic, including icebergs and volcanic islands. One of the most enduring theories, especially popularized in the 20th century, is that Brendan may have reached the Americas nearly 1,000 years before Columbus. The idea gained traction thanks to explorers like Tim Severin, who, in 1976, famously recreated Brendan's journey in a traditional leather-clad boat called a currach. Severin and his crew successfully sailed from Ireland to Newfoundland, demonstrating that such a voyage was at least possible with the materials and knowledge available to Brendan's era. Whether Brendan truly discovered North America or not, the point may ultimately lie elsewhere. The Navigatio is a spiritual allegory as much as it is an adventure tale. It reflects the monastic ideal of a pilgrimage not just overseas but through the soul, a journey of faith, testing, and revelation. The voyage became a medieval bestseller of sorts, translated into numerous languages and inspiring generations of European readers, including explorers, mystics, and cartographers. Back in Ireland, Brendan's legacy was firmly rooted in the land as well as the sea. His monastic foundation at Clonfert attracted thousands of students from across Europe and left an indelible mark on the Irish ecclesiastical tradition. His death on May 16th, 587, marked the end of a remarkable life, but his influence only grew in the centuries that followed. Churches, schools, and towns across Ireland, and even as far afield as Newfoundland, bear his name. He is one of the 12 Apostles of Ireland, a group of early saints credited with spreading Christianity and learning throughout the island in the 6th century. Brendan's memory is not just preserved in texts and traditions, but in the enduring spirit of exploration and faith he embodies. At a time when the known world was small and the Atlantic vast and mysterious, the idea that a humble Irish monk might venture beyond the edge of the map captured imaginations, and still does. On this day, May 16th, we remember not only the death of a man, but the birth of a legend. St. Brendan the Navigator remains a symbol of spiritual courage, intellectual curiosity, and the uniquely Irish blending of myth and history. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Ireland's rich past. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, I'm Raymond Welsh. Slán go foil.